Marvel and Disney have made a lot of decisions that left fans wondering, good, bad, or indifferent, what are they doing with their universe? One of the biggest mysteries right now is the casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Announced to the crowd at this year's Comic-Con, it blew their minds to see Robert Downey Jr. stepping out as Dr. Doom. What does this mean going forward for Robert, who had an amazing send-off in Endgame for his iconic portrayal of Tony Stark's Iron Man? We're going to take a look at what this could mean and the different theories that could come to play to bring RDJ back to the MCU. We know Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, one of the first Marvel superheroes to become a huge success and launching the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it today. Now, Robert's going full circle portraying an evil genius that's another fan favorite in the MCU. There's many reasons behind this, and most of them will change something about the MCU. This isn't the first time that Marvel teased the same actor as another character. We already saw the multiverse and how it developed, more or less, after Doctor Strange's involvement during Endgame. We saw this when Evan Peters appeared in WandaVision, or when we watched Binary being Maria Rambeau. In another universe, both played characters from the MCU, but thanks to the multiverse, they can portray the same character in a different setting without any consequences. They can also portray other people entirely, and show how they remember part of their lives in another universe with a bit of intervention. Long story short, there's multiple universes and the same character can be slightly or completely different in each one. Let's back up a little bit and explain this clearly with an example. The original Earth is one universe, and with multiple universes, there's multiple Earths. Well, in some of these universes, Wanda has a brother, but in some, he's dead. You can see for yourself how some heroes have more evil tendencies in other universes, or become unrecognizable from their original self. Before digging more into the casting decision, we should explore the character that Robert Downey Jr. will be playing. Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom, is a classic villain from the golden age of comic books and the main antagonist in the Fantastic Four universe. He's the supreme leader of the Kingdom of Latveria, but in some more recent depiction, he's a politician or a leader instead of a monarch. As a character, he's one of the most brilliant minds in the whole Marvel universe, and is a great sorcerer too, being a potential candidate for the Sorcerer Supreme like Doctor Strange. Victor is a jack of all trades who wishes to make the world better and wants his realm to be an example of what humanity can achieve. From this description, Iron Man playing Victor doesn't sound so bad. In fact, one might say he has a lot in common with Tony Stark, but Victor's ideas are a bit more extreme, villainish, if you will. How did he turn into a villain? Well, he meets Reed Richard and Ben Grimm in college. Reed and Victor often discuss their ideas as peers, but both dislike each other, so Reed plays pranks on Victor out of pettiness. Their relationship is very strained, even if they like the ideas of the other. Eventually, Victor tries to experiment with very specific theories. Reed tells him that his ideas won't work, which makes Victor believe that the comments are just his way to put him down. Victor's experiment fails and the machine explodes, scarring his face. This mistake gets him expelled and deformed, and he blames Reed for both disgraces. This is Dr. Doom's origin story across almost every universe. To show how RDJ playing Dr. Doom might not be a bad thing, we have to understand what's similar between Doom and Tony Stark, although at first it might appear they have nothing in common. In case you don't know, Iron Man's philosophy is, more or less, based on what he can do for the sake of the future, what he can change, build, or involve himself in. Victor Von Doom shares this sentiment, but he believes that conquering is the only answer. He thinks that he knows best and that he can provide a better future if he can control everything. A potential evil Iron Man would follow these same ideas. A good Tony Stark believes he knows best too. He's full of himself, and for the longest time, he tries to control everything around him. Until now, Robert played the iconic Iron Man. He sacrificed himself to save the lives of millions during Endgame, and his character said goodbye to the big screen. But the actor was still good to go and starred in new projects. Robert is a great actor and well known in the MCU, so many fans are excited to see what'll happen, and if this is a reincarnation of an alternative Iron Man. This is important. We already mentioned the multiverse and different versions of a few people. Iron Man has been portrayed in some comics as an antagonist, and Dr. Doom and Iron Man even have some shared history, with Iron Man wearing Doom's armor in one comic. One of the What If storylines shows how Victor Von Doom is a roommate with Tony Stark instead of Reed Richards during his time in college. With the new Fantastic Four reboot movie coming, and the multiverse being the main topic of phases 4, 5, and 6, the What If storyline doesn't seem insane. Here, due to an experiment where both participate, Victor's mind goes into Tony's body, and Tony's mind goes into Victor's body. This probably won't be perfectly recreated, but it is a possibility. Another portrait that could be an alternative is Tony Stark from Earth 5012. This Earth was ravaged by Titanus. Most Avengers are dead, and Tony is crazy and delusional. He turns on Reed Richards, builds an armor, and becomes Iron Man, a crazy villain that looks a lot like Dr. Doom. Bringing Doctor Doom back for this role opens a world of possibilities for the character and the multiverse. The focus of this phase and the ones to come will reach their peak with a multiverse war. Robert's appearance is one of the most interesting for the end of this phase because it's a full cycle from a brilliant playboy to a crazy mad scientist. Many fans were happy yet disappointed with how Iron Man's sacrifice came to be and how it felt rushed. The comeback of Robert could be a good sign, but fans should take this as the end of RDJ Iron Man. There's a final reason, and probably the real one behind Disney's efforts to bring back RDJ. We talked about how this was a genius move and could set the multiverse going. The reality is that Disney wants their fans to forget about Kang the Conqueror. This character was supposed to be the great antagonist of this phase, but after dropping Jonathan Major due to very concerning allegations, Marvel and Disney needed someone who would blow up. Robert's a key component to this phase thanks to his likability and how beloved he is. With the new Fantastic Four movie announced and the Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars coming soon, we believe that we'll be learning more about other timelines. What does this mean? The Fantastic Four movie will be set during a different time, and Robert Downey Jr. will probably be playing an alternative version of Tony Stark. If Disney goes on that route, Robert will be in Eastern Europe, wanting nothing to do with his family's weapon company. He probably will start a new life in Latveria, take the name Von Doom, and go to college with Reed Richards and do everything that Victor would have done. He'll discover the arc reactor technology too, which will open the door for Galactus and his peers to appear, bringing a possible apocalypse. To escape, the Fantastic Four and Doom will jump to another reality and look for help from any heroes available. This will eventually set up the events for Doomsday and Secret Wars. The finale might include a possible invasion of unknown entities in the universe. What will happen remains to be seen, but there sure is a lot on the table, and there's still a little while to wait and see how it all plays out, with Doomsday coming in May of 2026 and Secret Wars coming the following year, May 2027. What do you think of the casting of RDJ, bringing him in as Doctor Doom to the MCU? Let us know down in the comments your theory of how this will all play out. We appreciate you watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great content like this, and we'll see you in the next one.